was 15 when I had a baby. I gave that baby up for adoption. 25 years later, I ended up dating that baby, not knowing he was my son. Fast forward, when I confronted him about it, when I told him about it, he told me he'd been new.
I just know I'm never gonna find somebody. Because you know what? Dating is dead. It doesn't exist anymore. I know I keep hoping for love, I keep hoping for a partner, but it's probably never gonna happen.
Every solution is just work more. Need more money? Get a second job. Still not enough? Start a side hustle. Still struggling? Monetize your hobbies. Need a better job? Go back to school. And maybe that's why so many people feel exhausted right now, is because every solution starts with working more, building more, or optimizing more, but then nobody can answer the bigger question, which is why does it take this much just to live a normal life?
So apparently the reason I haven't got a boyfriend is because of the way I talk. And I don't understand it. Like, come on. I don't talk like this all the time. It's a bit put on, I don't know why I feel the need to shout, why I get excited. I think it's when I get excited, I'm like, ah!
Does anyone want some dating advice from someone who hasn't dated in a very long time? Because here it is. There's two parts of advice to this. Okay, first part, are you ready? Are you sitting down? Okay. Go into your phone, delete your dating apps. I know, right? Delete. You do not want to be accessible to every man and his dog on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, whatever it is. Anyway, second part of advice. Ready? Okay. So you see someone out in the wild. You have to first make eye contact with them. Make eye contact. Let them know that you've seen them, okay? Then, second stage of the second step. Walk up to them and engage. Make conversation, start conversation. A few ideas are: pay them a compliment, ask for directions, act dumb, be genuine, don't be sleazy, but be forthcoming. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts? I thought I did pretty good.
There's a reason why when you ask someone who has an incredible physique, I'm not just talking about being thin because you can get that on a shot these days. I'm talking they look strong, defined, they clearly have a lot of muscle. A lot of them will say the same things that they do. They'll tell you they eat a high protein diet and they might even know exactly how many grams they eat every day. They'll tell you that they lift pretty heavy and they've been pretty consistent with that for a long period of time. They might tell you that they're tracking their food, or if they're not tracking their food currently, they've definitely tracked their food in the past. They'll tell you that they meal prep. They might tell you that they've been working with a coach and they've invested in themselves and their health. They'll tell you that they protect their sleep and they have certain routines. They'll tell you that they've been eating the same breakfast for as long as they can remember. They repeat a lot of the same meals, and to the average person, it looks pretty boring. It's not a mystery, but I think the desire to ask still exists because we're looking for a different answer, one that's more exciting, one that is different and unique, and something that is easier. But as the famous Tony Robbins says, success leaves clues.
As an extremely independent woman that loves to make her own money, I still think men should pay on the first date, and this is why. This is just my opinion, and you do not have to agree with it. And I'm not talking about long-term because I think long-term it is necessary for both parties to participate in order to create a healthy, long-lasting relationship, which is what me and my boyfriend do. But for me, if I'm going on a date with you, I'm getting an idea of who you are as a person to potentially see you as long-term potential or a long-term partner. And as a female, no matter how independent or like boss lady you are, you want this feeling of protection and security. It is this instinctual thing within our heart and being. So when someone wants me to pay for it or split it on that first date, it immediately gives me this sense that I can't let my walls all the way down. And that might not resonate with someone, but as someone that constantly has to operate a lot from my masculine energy, I want to be with someone that can allow my feminine energy to come out, which I also take responsibility that I have to be the one to also allow myself to do that. But there are certain environments which will make that easier, that being one of them. And just on top of that, I think kind of a rule of thumb is like, you asked her. I think it's fair to say like, if she asked you, it might be a little bit different. And of course, every situation is different, but I guess that's kind of how I feel, just like baseline.
I hate it when you ask a man what his favorite movie is and he tries to tell you some damn chick flick that you know damn well it's not his favorite movie. You know it's not. And you're like, oh, you love Dear Rosie? Oh, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think that you want me to think that so that when I look at you later, I'm like, he has a heart. That boy right there has a heart. No, you don't. Don't effing lie to me. Don't lie right to my eyeballs. I don't like that. Look me in them and tell me that you like the war movies.
It baffles me that it's niggas out here, because this ain't no man. A man would never. But it's niggas out here that pull different types of bitches of all ethnicities. They could be smart in different certain fucking ways. They could be different sorts of the fucking package. They might be cute but not smart, but they good at something else. You know what I'm saying? Or they know how to fuck good but they ugly as fuck, but they got a good job, all that stuff. Y'all have a plethora of options and you're telling me y'all choose to dog all of them out? Y'all choose not to just cuff one that's just y'all favorite? Like it ain't just one that y'all just down. Cause if that's the case, nigga, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're fucking gay. You're gay. Like, go get diagnosed right now. I promise you, you're gay.
And when it comes to people talking about how they hate men this, they don't need a man for this, I shut up. I zip my mouth because I do. I don't want to have to do this alone. Like, I do need a man. I do want a husband, and I do want to be a wife. Like, I don't subscribe to that propaganda against women and against men. Like, there is gonna be bad men out there, yes. Okay, you're gonna come across a few of them, but there are great men out there, and you gonna get one if you believe that, and I'm gonna get one. So I will not be on the hate men train. I never was on it.
And the most dangerous kind of man is not the toxic one. It's actually the insecure one.
And unfortunately, yes, you do have to kind of act like they don't exist, because for the most part, from what I notice, men typically respond to action and not really words. So you can't just keep yep, like, oh, why don't you do this and da-da-da-da-da. Normally, if you show them that what they're doing is wrong by not speaking to them or not acknowledging the bad behavior, that's when they start to act normal or right to you. You don't really have to treat them bad per se, but just make it clear that that's not acceptable, or make it clear on how you want them to treat you. And normally that's done by making yourself the center of the universe, making it clear that you are the priority and it doesn't work the other way around. Should not be available at their beckoning call. It should be the reverse. They should be trying to figure out, when are you free? When do you have time for them? Because once they realize that you don't care so much, that's when they have to chase. And normally that's what men like. They like the chase. They like the drive. They like to know that they have to work hard and accomplish something. But yeah, that's my little tidbit.
All my girlies need to know this. Do not settle with a man who is not as obsessed with you as you are obsessed with your life. If you are someone who is such a fuck yes about your life, unapologetic about her life, who does the thing that brings her so much joy and magnetism, then you need a man. There has to be a match for the man who is just as in love with you, as obsessed with you, adores you, loves you to the level that you adore yourself, love your life, and how irresistible you are to life. Do not settle if that passion isn't there, if that chemistry isn't there. And not saying that you only go by chemistry, there has to be chemistry and compatibility. But if he doesn't bring you the spark, the way that you bring spark to your life and to yourself, maybe he's not the one.
If you're like 6'3", overly handsome, disciplined, very good at the gym, eats clean, you know how to cook and clean, yeah, just like very educated as well, let me add that on. Just don't post bait. Like, I'm gonna find you, okay? You don't need to do all that.
I was just talking to a friend about this, and it made me realize why dating sucks so much nowadays. It used to be like when you would meet someone, it would be like, you would have mutual friends, or at least you would have some mutuals. So they had an incentive to treat you somewhat well, because if they were weird, everybody they knew would know. Nowadays, you meet on the internet or you are basically strangers, and so they can act like however they want to, because nobody they know will ever find out how weird they are to women they're interested in. It just really made me think.
I'm just surprised at the way that men are acting like taking a woman out to dinner is such a big deal. Almost as if they're like giving their life away. Half of the time, they're not even picking them up and dropping them home. They're literally just meeting them there. And then also, it's not like you're buying them a 5-course meal. You're actually just probably buying them dinner and a drink. By the time we get to dessert, the girls usually are too full to even think about dessert. Then, at the end of the date, sometimes these guys think that they can sneak in a kiss. Let alone sleeping with the man, because we know how that can go sometimes. So I think the fact that a woman allows you to take her out to dinner, you should be happy about that, because back in the day, men would have to travel miles and miles just to be in the presence of a woman. So let's just think about that for a second.
It's very sad how cooking and cleaning is an act of love towards your partner, yet people still refuse to do it, and then they also want men to provide and protect for them. Like, yes, you are the prize because these men are providing and protecting you. That makes you the prize. However, just because you're the prize, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't make your man feel like a king. Validating a man is so freaking easy. Just make him feel special. Let him tell you about his feelings.
So I'm just curious, where do all of the alpha males that are actual men, that like men stuff, like sports and cars and traditional values and women, where can I find those men?
A man knows that you don't respect him because there's no peace in the relationship. You think that he's not loving, not pleasant, not kind, not giving. No, he is reacting to the disrespect. We all know that men would rather be respected than loved. And to a man, love without respect is straight up fake. When you respect him, he thrives. When you speak into him, trust his decisions, acknowledge his effort, he will love you endlessly. When he feels disrespected, he shuts down, he pulls back his kindness, he is not pleasant, and he will not give you the best of him. So if your man is moving wild right now and the relationship feels cold and there's no peace, check the respect first. That's because he knows that you don't respect him. And when a man feels that way, the love doesn't matter anymore. Women stay for love and men stay for respect. So if you want his love, start with respect.
Girls don't realize that when you are with someone and you are begging for scraps, like you are begging them to treat you the way that you want to be treated, even if best case scenario in that world is that they wake up one day and give you the life that you want, you are still living a life that you begged him for, not one that he freely wanted to give you.
But I think it's so funny how when a guy cheats, we're like, oh my gosh, you're such a fucking pig, blah, 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 blah. When a girl cheats, we're like, oh my gosh, what did he do to make you do that? Like, what was he doing? Hello? Do we hear ourselves when we say that?
My favorite type of man is the man that texts you, good morning, I have a pretty busy day today, I won't be on my phone till around this time, have a great day, love you. Matter of fact, don't text me all day, you do your thing, king.
Guys are so funny because they'll be like, oh, I don't like girls with tattoos because it's trashy and it screams that they have daddy issues. And then they'll get arrested for soliciting a minor.
If you're single and you're living alone and you're paying your bills on time, you should be extremely proud of yourself. I know we're all working on things. I know we all have goals. I know we're not all where we want to be. But in this moment, if you are keeping yourself afloat and you're a single gal and you're doing it all alone, celebrate that. The median cost right now in Boston to live comfortably is $200,000 a year before tax. So if you make anything under that at this moment and you're still taking care of yourself, take yourself out for a drink, do a little shopping, be proud of yourself.
Guys, I'm telling you right now, 9 times out of 10, if you're taking a girl out for the first time and she wants to go to a fancy dinner, 9 times out of 10, it's literally just because she wants the free meal. And she wants to dress up and go to dinner, and she wants it to be free. Like, I swear. Because first dates should be activities. Theme park. Escape room would be really good so you can see how they are under pressure. Bowling alley, that's embarrassing, it's funny. Like, anything along, mini golfing, a picnic, that would be so fun. You like go to the store, you like get a bunch of stuff for a picnic, and then you set it up. Like, that's so fun. And like, maybe you do an activity and then that's part 1, and then if part 1 goes well, you're like, oh, do you want to grab dinner? And then dinner would be like the second part of the day if the first part goes well. But I swear, if you're just like taking her out on a fancy dinner date, it's very interview, and it's not fun, at least for me. Like, but I feel like that's just a girl saying she just wants a free dinner. It would be so real.
To all the men out there, you want your dream woman. I hear you. I get it. There's one thing that you're not doing though. Why are you not seeking out, or why are you not committing to the woman that actually respects you?
I'm a girl in my 20s, okay? I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what type of man I deserve to be with, or what type of man I should end up with, and stay with me here, a deaf one. I should be with a deaf man because I can talk my little heart out, and guess what? They're never gonna get annoyed, and I don't think I'm gonna find that anywhere else because of how much I fucking talk and how much I love to yap. So it's like, why don't I date someone deaf, and then they don't have to listen and I don't have to feel annoying? What's the problem?
So I went out on a date with this guy the other night, and you want to know what he did that I thought was really cute? Nothing. Men never fail to disappoint.
I just need to ask, what is the expectation for chivalry in 2026? The last 2 months, every time I get on a subway, all of the men are sitting, the women are standing. Even when it's not crowded and every seat is taken by a man, I'll be having my bag, my coffee, holding my dog. Nobody even bats an eye, looks up from their phone to offer me their seat. The only person that has done it recently was an elderly man, which obviously I did not allow him to give me his seat.